Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will get first crack at it here. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
The Boilermakers will keep this drive going.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll go to the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. On target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Boilermakers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Purdue! First points of the day are on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They go 83 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So TCU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass. They give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. And the Horned Frogs will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Nestles it in at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
On the direct snap, it's Stein. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Back to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's fired. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Quick strike complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Boilermakers are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Got it! And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Tries to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Looking to throw on first down. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession drive.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. The offense will quickly use a timeout. See what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third down after the incompletion. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. third down. That was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gonna run it. It's Hester. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Nebraska is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure folks around that program feel that way. Something's up there in Lincoln. They're trailing by 21 to Oklahoma. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his target down the middle. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding.
Intentional grounding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. And that is no good. Guys, after the missed field goal, the lead is still 23. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth.
The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Out of the shotgun on third down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Hester.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Off play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Running back searching for a hole. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And the Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. The give out of the gun. Spins away. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boilermakers! They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Set to kickoff.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. To the air on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
With the catch, it's Terrell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
With the catch, it's Terrell. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks. And you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to